I think we'll all understand why you made so many changes tonight, Micky, but what did you reckon of the overall performance?
Well, I think it's important if we're going to have the opportunity to give the young boys a chance to show us what they're made of. If that chance comes along, I always want to be seen as a manager as developing young players. So the opportunity was there for them to have an exam, if you like, to see where they're all up to. In order to see where their development has to be from. It gives me an opportunity to do that, it gives the players an opportunity to do that. And of course, we have a situation as well where I want to keep all my first team group ready. They played a lot of Saturday, Tuesday games. I wasn't being disrespectful to Solihull in any way, or the league, because I think the league was already sorted in that, but it just gave me the opportunity to have a look at a whole host of all the young ones, and the fans to have a look at all the young ones, and see if there's any talent in there that we feel can make an impact at the football club.
And a good examination against the Solihull side, you know, a lot of experienced players and a good run of form as well, so that's the level they've got to be at.
Oh yeah, listen, that's what it is, it's an exam. If you're going to play for Tranmere, then you have to be able to go out tonight in a game, let's be honest, that only you're playing for 3 points, but so there's not a whole load of pressure on it, so it's an ideal opportunity to get the young'uns some time and some of the first team senior lads like Manny and Reece Taylor and Mangy, and Josh, some match minutes under the belt, because we're now preparing for the playoffs. But all the young'uns, they've worked all year, they've now got them at a stage now where you have to give them the opportunity when it comes along. Like I keep saying, this is what I call it, an exam. That's what you do at school, you give people an exam, you see what they need to get better at, what they are good at, how they can improve. So I think that we are seeing out there a whole lot of effort, and everybody gets a look at everything that's underneath the first team.
Looking ahead then to Saturday, I mean, as you say, you've had Tuesday, Saturday games, a very hot day on Saturday at Halifax, so you're resting players. A week before the big playoff game though, is it a slightly different conundrum on Saturday? Is it likely to be a bit more of a mix and match possibly?
Not telling you.
Right. Let's think about training though. I mean, how does training change now? Because as you say, you've got a big game to lead forward to, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know, a week on Saturday.
The first team trained
is
today.
the training the same exactly for them?
First team trained today. They trained at 3 o'clock. All the first team players that needed to train were in today. Did an hour and a half, good intensity. They'll be off tomorrow, they deserve the break. But now, as I say, we're trying to prepare a group for a playoff game, and this is the right way to do it, because they've had a long, hard season. Intense games, because it's always intense. Tranmere games are always more intense than most of the games of this league, because of the opposition raises their game against us, so it's always very intense for our players to try and match that all the time. So when the opportunity comes, like I said, the most important thing is we're a club that gives young players a chance. We're a club that looks to try and find young players in order to bring them on for either for our first team or to move them on for the good of the football club. That's what we've always done. So it was the most important thing was it was an opportunity for me to do that today, and I wasn't going to take that opportunity away from the young'uns. And on top of that, I've got a first team squad who could just give a breather.
Yeah, I mean, players will always tell you when you speak to them they're never quite 100% fit, no matter when they cross that white line. But a chance for some of them, perhaps just to, you know, the few aches and pains and the little niggles, that rest is good for them.
Yeah, of course, yeah, definitely. There's a lot of them carrying bumps and bruises that you would do after playing so many games, so much travelling. But no, I am satisfied with the reasons why I did what I did. I want to bring young players on. I wanted to see where many of them were at, because there's a bigger picture to what we're doing. We're trying to develop players as well, so it gave me a chance to give them a bit of an exam and see where they were all up to.
And in terms of preparation, I mean, you say you got one league game to go, and you won't know until after all the games are finished. On Saturday, who's actually going to be, third to sixth, and then you won't know until middle of next week who you're actually going to play. So it's quite difficult to prepare, isn't it, sort of in advance?
No, not really. No, it's obviously this difficult because we don't know the opposition. But in terms of what we do, we still do what we do that make us successful. We still practice things at the right intensity. Now we probably just take the workload off them a wee bit because of the time of the season, try and keep them fresh. But the intensity is still as high, it's just the duration and the frequency we maybe drop a little bit if we try to get too technical, but we've done this very well now. But that's what we'll look at very closely now to make sure that everybody is ready to go when the time's right. And
as you say, something to look forward to now. You now know exactly what you're going to be doing, come the end of the season. In retrospect, are you happy with the way the playoffs have changed this year? I mean, does that help you in any way this season? Do you think just one game, a home game to go? I mean, does it make a difference?
I'll tell you at the end of it all. It is what it is. Like I said last year, the rules are the rules. Everybody knows what they are at the start of the season, and you go for it. We've done terrifically well to acquire the amount of points we have over 2 seasons now, and now we get another crack at it. We get ourselves into a cup, one-legged cup competition that gets you to a cup final. So we knew that at the start of the season. We'll mentally and physically prepare for that, and we're looking forward to it because this place will be rocking. So we're excited, looking forward to it. Just make sure that we are physically in a good place to go and take it on.
There was a little bit of excitement about Rocker and Green when they arrived earlier this season or in the summer. Nice to get them out there and make their full debuts.
Well, it's important that when you get the opportunity, like I said, they've all been brought here. Even the young ones have been brought forward, brought into Tranmere to try and make the first team. That's what they've all been brought here for. They're brought here to keep me company. So now we are seeing if they've progressed. We had an opportunity to do that tonight, and I was really pleased that I did have that opportunity in the type of game that we had, because it gave me an opportunity, like I say, to see where they're all at, see where they're all good at, what they need to get better at, in order to see if they're going to make an impact in the most important team in the football club, and that's the first team. So I'll keep the thoughts to myself, but I've seen it, I watched it, and we'll move forward from now.
And maybe if any of them taken the chance to force themselves into your plans for the playoffs?
Well, like I say, they've all had an exam, so in my mind I'll keep that inside there. It's important that I do that, but we'll speak as coaching staff as we always do. See where maybe some of them need to improve, see some of them that we're pleased with certain parts of what they've got to do, and then the call will come to see if they'll be able to affect the first team by being fair to them, because some of them are still very young. We're putting on some 16 and 17-year-olds there, but that's what it was about tonight. I enjoyed the fact that we were able to do that. I was excited to be able to give them the chance to do that. I think the fans appreciated that. I thought we were brilliant, by the way, because they knew what we were doing. They never once got on the players' backs. They encouraged them all the way, and they knew what we were trying to do. It's an intelligent fan base. So we've done that now. It was important we did it, and we move on now to training on Thursday.
And can I just check how Adam Buxton is after Saturday?
He's not trained today. He's got a bit of a stomach problem. We are nursing him along. We'll see how it goes as we go along. But he never trained today.